Preparing for the UGC NET English examination requires much more than simply reading literary texts or memorizing important authors. One of the key factors that separates successful candidates from others is a strong command of academic and literary vocabulary. The UGC NET English paper frequently includes words related to literary criticism, linguistics, research methodology, cultural studies, and English literature. Understanding these terms not only helps you answer objective questions correctly but also improves your comprehension of complex passages and scholarly articles. In today's lesson, we'll explore some of the most frequently used words that appear in UGC NET English questions and learn how to understand and use them effectively. One of the most common words you'll encounter is discourse. In simple terms, discourse refers to written or spoken communication, but in literary theory and linguistics, it has a broader meaning. It describes the way language is used to express ideas, construct knowledge, and shape society. For example, a UGC NET question may ask about critical discourse analysis, which studies how language reflects power, politics, and ideology. Understanding this term is essential for topics related to linguistics and cultural studies. Another frequently tested word is hegemony, a concept closely associated with the Italian thinker Antonio Gramsci. Hegemony refers to the dominance of one social group over others through cultural, political, or ideological influence rather than direct force. Questions on Marxism, postcolonial theory, and cultural studies often include this word. For example, you may be asked how literature reinforces or challenges cultural hegemony. The word intertextuality is another important literary term. Introduced by Julia Kristeva, intertextuality refers to the relationship between one text and another. It suggests that every literary work is influenced by previous texts through references, quotations, themes, or ideas. When reading modern literature or literary theory, recognizing examples of intertextuality can help you answer analytical questions more confidently. You should also become familiar with the term deconstruction, which is associated with Jacques Derrida. Deconstruction is a method of literary criticism that questions fixed meanings within a text. Instead of looking for one correct interpretation, deconstruction encourages readers to examine contradictions, ambiguities, and multiple meanings. UGC NET frequently includes questions on post-structuralism and deconstruction because they are important areas of literary theory. Another essential word is mimesis, a concept introduced by Plato and further developed by Aristotle. Mimesis means imitation or representation of reality in art and literature. Aristotle believed that literature imitates life while also providing emotional and intellectual value. Understanding this term is particularly useful when studying classical literary criticism. The word catharsis is another favorite in UGC NET examinations. According to Aristotle, catharsis refers to the emotional purification or release experienced by the audience after watching a tragedy. Questions about Greek drama, Aristotle's Poetics, and tragic literature frequently involve this concept. Remembering its meaning can help you answer literature questions accurately. In linguistics, the word phoneme appears regularly. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound that can change the meaning of a word. For example, the words bat and pat differ because of the phonemes b and p. Similarly, morpheme refers to the smallest meaningful unit in a language. Understanding the difference between phonemes and morphemes is essential for linguistics-based questions. The term semantics refers to the study of meaning in language. It explores how words, phrases, and sentences convey meaning. Closely related is pragmatics, which studies how context influences the interpretation of language. These terms are frequently tested in UGC NET linguistics sections. Another important academic word is epistemology, which means the study of knowledge, its origin, nature, and limits. This philosophical concept often appears in literary theory, cultural studies, and research methodology. Understanding epistemology helps students interpret questions related to philosophy and critical theory. The word ontology is equally significant. Ontology is the philosophical study of existence or being. While epistemology asks, how do we know? Ontology asks, what exists? These concepts frequently appear together in research and literary theory discussions. Research methodology also contributes many important vocabulary words to the UGC NET syllabus. The word hypothesis refers to a proposed explanation or prediction that can be tested through research. Another common term is methodology, which means the systematic approach or procedures used in conducting research. Understanding these words is essential for Paper 1 as well as research-oriented questions in Paper 2. The term paradigm is another academic word you should know. A paradigm refers to a model, framework, or pattern of thinking. In literary criticism and research, scholars often discuss paradigm shifts, which refer to major changes in theoretical perspectives. Recognizing this word will help you understand advanced academic texts. When studying literary criticism, you'll often encounter the words ambiguity, irony, paradox, and symbolism. Ambiguity refers to multiple possible meanings within a text. Irony occurs when the intended meaning differs from the literal meaning. A paradox is a seemingly contradictory statement that contains truth, while symbolism involves using objects, characters, or events to represent deeper ideas. These literary devices frequently appear in objective questions. Students should also understand the distinction between objective and subjective criticism. Objective criticism focuses on the text itself, whereas subjective criticism reflects personal opinions and emotional responses. Many literary theories encourage objective analysis supported by textual evidence. Another frequently used word is canon, which refers to a collection of literary works considered important or authoritative within a particular culture or tradition. Discussions about the literary canon often involve debates over representation, diversity, and inclusion in literature. One effective way to master UGC NET vocabulary is to read academic books, literary criticism, and previous year's question papers. Whenever you encounter an unfamiliar word, note its meaning, pronunciation, and context. Revising these words regularly will improve both your comprehension and confidence during the examination. In conclusion, vocabulary plays a crucial role in UGC NET English preparation. Words such as discourse, hegemony, intertextuality, deconstruction, mimesis, catharsis, phoneme, semantics, epistemology, ontology, hypothesis, methodology, paradigm, and canon appear repeatedly in the syllabus and previous examination papers. By understanding these terms and practicing their usage, you'll be better prepared to answer objective questions and interpret complex literary and academic texts with confidence. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more UGC NET English vocabulary lessons, literary theory explanations, linguistics tutorials, and exam preparation. Comment below with the vocabulary word you found most challenging, and let us know which UGC NET English topic you'd like to learn next. Happy learning, and best wishes for your UGC NET success. Also, read the description box below to know more.